Hello, my name is David Culverhouse. For most of my life, I was fascinated by the outer world, by science, by how the universe works, by the extraordinary intelligence that has allowed human beings to transform the world around us. But over time, another question became impossible to ignore. If we are the most intelligent creatures on Earth, why do we also seem to suffer in ways that no other creature does? Have you ever noticed something strange about being human? We've built civilizations, we've mapped the stars, we've split the atom, we've decoded our own biology, we've reshaped the world in ways no other creature could imagine. And yet, despite all of that, we seem to suffer in a way no other creature does. Not physical suffering, every creature knows that. I mean the other kind, the kind that lives in the mind. We worry about things that haven't happened. We relive things that are already gone. We can carry a single moment with us for days, for years, sometimes for an entire lifetime. We create stories about ourselves and then spend our lives defending them. It's strange. The same intelligence that has given us such extraordinary power may also be the thing that separates us from the direct experience of being alive. Watch an animal for a moment. Really watch. There is an immediacy to the way it lives. Something happens and it responds. Then the moment passes. There is no visible struggle to become something else. No need to explain its existence. No question hanging over it. Am I enough? Life simply moves through it. But human beings are different. We don't just experience life. We experience life and then we think about the experience. We interpret it. We compare it. We give it meaning. We ask what it says about us. And slowly, almost without noticing, we begin living in two worlds. There is the world that is actually happening, and there is the world inside our minds, the world of memory, expectation, judgment, fear, identity, the world of what happened yesterday, what might happen tomorrow, and what all of that means about me. And that inner world can become so convincing, so complete, that we begin to mistake it for life itself. This is where an important distinction begins to appear. There is pain, and then there is the suffering the mind builds around pain. Pain belongs to life, illness, loss, disappointment, the breaking of something we love. No creature escapes these things, but the human mind can take one moment of pain, carry it into the future, connect it to the past, and build an entire identity around it. The moment may have passed, but inside us, it continues. Not because we are weak, not because we are broken, and not because something has gone wrong, but because the mind is doing something extraordinary, something it has learned to do very, very well. It is creating continuity, holding experience together, building a world that feels stable, building someone who appears to stand at the center of it, someone with a past, someone with a future, someone who must be protected, improved, understood, and perhaps eventually escaped. But what if the thinking mind isn't the whole of who we are? What if the voice describing our experience is not the same as the awareness experiencing it? What if our suffering does not begin with life itself, but with the way the mind continually returns life to the same center, to the same fears, the same memories, the same story of me? These are not questions with quick answers. And I don't want to offer you another belief, another philosophy to adopt, another version of yourself you're supposed to become. I want to look carefully at what is already happening, at the relationship between intelligence and awareness, at the way the mind creates a continuous sense of self, at why the same thoughts and emotional patterns return, even when our circumstances change, and at what happens when that constant inner returning begins to soften, not through force, not through denial, not by trying to destroy the mind, but through understanding, through seeing clearly. Because perhaps peace is not something waiting for us at the end of another achievement. Perhaps it has not disappeared. Perhaps it has simply become difficult to see, covered by thought, covered by memory, covered by the endless movement of a mind trying to hold everything together. So before we begin this journey, I'd like to leave you with one question. If the thinking mind isn't the whole of who we are, then who or what has been quietly listening all along?